Thank you. Well, your day, typical day of riding today. So as I was speaking earlier, is that I have a new camera I set up. Hopefully it looks okay. I put it on top of the helmet because I didn't want it to be on my right, because I still have my Sena on my left. Anyway, so the real purpose is the testing of the camera, why I'm vlogging today. And yeah, well, that's the primary reason. But the other reason is hopefully I get some good footage here of traffic and lane splitting. But anyway, so the other reason is I'm going to be taking a long trip, at least distance-wise. I'm going to do it in a couple days, of about 1,200 miles one way, of course. And that's going to be going to Albuquerque, New Mexico from here. So that's 1,200 miles one way. I will stop. And I will stop in Laughlin because I have a sister there that, well, actually I'm visiting the sister that has a house in Laughlin, but she stays in New Mexico during the summertime, and so we will be staying there at her winter home, and then I will be going on the next day, going up to Albuquerque and going to visit her. And so it is it's kind of cool, right? Saves me a little money. I was going to stay in a hotel at a midway point between here and Albuquerque, but she said, well, my house is 20 miles away from the middle, so just stay there, you know. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stay in the middle for the night at her house and then just ride back, you know. And there you go. Be there for a few days and then I'll ride back from Albuquerque. It's actually a little further, but I'm actually going to meet her up in Albuquerque because where she lives is probably a lot of activity, and she wants to do some stuff during the week. It's a Labor Day weekend, so she probably wants to, you know, take me out to dinner and stuff like that. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have a little bit of fun, relax, and then I'll ride back. I'll be there for like 4 days or 5 days, and then I ride back and then go back to work on Monday, you know. So it'll be total of 9 days. Anyway, I need to also make a note of the planning, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to need to set up set up for a desert riding in Arizona. I imagine it's going to be 100 degrees or so, but there you go. So what I got is a 4-liter water pack, Camelback, which I'll stock up with. I'll get a couple more bottles of water for sure. I also got, like I said, this camera. And then what else did I get? Oh, a pad, air hawk pad, sorry, just so I can soften my seat a little bit. What else did I get? I think gear-wise, I'm pretty well prepared. I think I have everything I need, you know. So there is something else. Okay, camera. Gosh, I guess that's it. I guess I'm all ready to go. Rock and roll. Anyway, let's go back to the camera. That's the primary reason I'm testing this. Is I mounted on my top of my helmet, which I typically really don't like it up there, but supposedly that's a better view for everybody, you know. So thank you. So that's what I'm going to do. I set up a mic. Hopefully it works pretty good. Hopefully it set up's good. That's another reason why I'm doing the test. Is good thing is it accepts a 3.25 millimeter headphone jack with an adapter, and the adapter came with it. So the camera I have right now is a Drift Ghost X. It cost me $160. It's actually quite cheap compared to the other action cameras. But the real reason about the camera that I wanted it for is it has a standard battery that's supposed to last me up to 5 hours. Now, most action cameras that I have and own are maybe lucky if you get 2 hours out of it. So this makes it a little unique in that it's actually a better camera system, at least for battery use. Now the other thing is you can actually get a modular that you can attach to, which extends your battery life to another 3 hours, so a total of 8 hours. So I didn't get the modular because it just doesn't seem to be available. It looks like the camera's widely spread in UK, but not in the United States. Even though they said it's, I guess, local people did have that camera, which I ordered through eBay, I think, or Amazon. I can't remember. So, and then so that camera is going to be great. You know, the only downside to that camera is it is not 1080 by 60, so it's not 60 frames per second, you know. Frame rate, right? Frame rate's still 30. It'll run 60 at 720, but you know, I don't want to be at 720 for. I just think 1080 is better. So, you know, 30 frames per second is all right. Though one thing I thought about was it might be it would have a stabilization. It doesn't seem to have that. But because it's mounted on top of my head, maybe it'll run better. You know, we'll see. Okay. Oh, what was the other reason I got it? I think that's it. Yeah, I mean, it's just a cheap drift, you know. And then, okay, so on to another thing I forgot earlier is I got a windshield for my Honda, which is the one I'm going to be taking, not this bike. I'm going to be taking my Honda CB500X, and I ordered a Puig windshield. It's a bigger windshield. Hopefully that helps for the long commute, long ride on the desert freeway. So. Alright, now with the hood, the shield down, see if the sound sounds better. This is really just me talking and doing a test, so I didn't really have anything planned, and what I was there's no topic. I'll leave other people to do it. About the review for the camera, well, I haven't actually seen footage of this camera, so we're gonna have to see if it works pretty well. I think it will, you know. So they'll just hang around the left lane. Oh, look at that swerve! Good job, guys. Good job. What the fuck? What the fuck are you doing?